Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have some updates that I want to share with you as always. First of all, I hope that you are doing good wherever you are. I know that this journey is not easy. It can be very lonely, even if you have lots of people around you that are supporting you. It is something between you and your body, and it's always nice to have people around you supporting you, but still, we have to go through this by ourselves, and it can be hard. It can be very tough. And certainly, if you feel that not everything is going according to the plan, maybe you are not able to move your arm, maybe you have pain, maybe you cannot move your thumb, whatever it is, lots of things can happen. And I just want to say that I am here for you. So if you want to have a little chat, always welcome to send me a DM on Instagram. But yeah, today some updates that I want to share. And first of all, I want to say that I'm working on a few videos behind the scenes. First of all, I did a running test. So I did a VO2 and lactate running test, as you can see in the footage. As I said, because of the nerve damage that I have suffered in the past, I already adapted my mind that I should pivot, should change my route, not being able to lift lots of weights. So I went to the cardio route, running, bike, and rowing. And so I did this running test. I will make a video about this because I have lots of footage, and it is my intention to do this test again within the 4 to 6 month range. And I just want to improve. I want to get better. And I just love statistics. I love to know how my situation is right now, how I can improve, and then just see different results in a time frame of about 6 months. But as I said, I will make a video in the coming week or weeks. And then secondly, I also want to say that I will make videos about the tips and tricks for the Latarjet surgery, about the sleeping parts, about the tank tops. There are some tips and tricks that I want to share. And I will ask you to help me out with that video, because when I post a video, I will just encourage you to also share your own tips and tricks, because I strongly believe and know that everybody can add something to this video, because everybody has like a piece of the puzzle. So that is also a video that is coming up. And then I will also have like a FAQ video, the frequently asked questions. I will just give answers to lots of questions that I have been receiving on Instagram, through email, but also in the comment section. So I have some videos coming up. Of course, the most important videos are going to be the update videos, because people are sending me DMs. They want to see how I'm doing in terms of range of motion, strength, but also physio exercises. So all these things, I will make one big picture of that as well. But yeah, I'm not really a structured person, so I'm trying to find my way in this process of creating lots of content, filming, editing, planning. I'm not the best in this, but I'm trying to do everything that I can. And so I have been receiving some messages, and I want to give a little reminder that everybody, but also every body, is different. You cannot compare yourself to somebody else. It is not good to compare your journey with mine, because first of all, I'm in this process for about, and I'm going to check my computer, I'm in this process for about 3 months and 18 days. So about, what is it, 15 weeks? Yeah, 15 weeks and 5 days. So you just cannot compare yourself to me, because for the first 2 months, I was not even able to raise my arm because of the nerve damage. And now, since about a month, you know, I am able to do lots of things. I can even play some tennis, I would say, but, I have not a lot of power. I can do the range of motion, but not lots of power. There is improvement though in my exo rotation. So I will show you like this. So that is pretty good. I always try to compare with my other arm, which is of course super easy, and that can be very confronting, but and of course it is not perfect, but as I said, always I'm taking little wins, and I really feel that there is improvement. I just can see that my shoulder is always trying to compensate, but I just feel that there is improvement. And for me, I take every little win, because a month ago I was thinking about the fact that it might be possible that I needed another surgery. So I am super grateful that I don't need it, and I just do my rehab. I go to the gym. I have my private physio, and I go to the hospital to do rehab in the hospital itself. So I really know that I have to be grateful, and I am. And I just try to do my exercises every single day. I also want to give a little reminder about the fact that it can be useful to film yourself. You don't have to post it on Instagram or on the internet, but you can use it for yourself to just see where you come from and the progression that you have made in the past couple of weeks, days, or months. This is something that is very valuable for myself because sometimes I'm looking back to earlier videos and then I see like, wow, I really have made some nice progression. And that is something that can help you mentally. So you don't have to post it online, but you can really use it for yourself. Think about that. And I know that I have repeated this on my channel many times, but I know that some people are not following this channel since the beginning. And I just want to say that everybody has received their own protocols or their own rules from their doctors or surgeons about the rehab, about the physiotherapy, about the sling. And I just want to say that you have to follow that advice. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving any medical advice at all. I'm just sharing my own story. But I just keep receiving messages from people that are not secure or not really confident in the protocols that they have received. Because for me, for example, everybody, or at least I'm going to speak for myself, we should wear the sling for about 6 weeks. And this is because the little bone that they have moved, so the coracoid, it takes about 6 weeks to be fully attached to the shoulder, to the glenoid, right? And so that is the reason why they tell you that you should wear the sling for 6 weeks. And so I also received that protocol that I have to wear the sling at night for 6 weeks. But during the day, if I'm at home, I am able to take off the sling because they call that auto rehab. And they told me not to push anything, but I can try to passive. So by using my other arm, I can try to get more range of motion. And so I can take off the sling at home. If I have pain, I can take it on. And if I go outside, I have to keep on the sling. So in the beginning, they have given me some exercises that I could do at home. Some people get the protocol that they have to keep on the sling for 6 weeks straight, so day and night, and that is a big difference compared to me. But still, it is important to follow the advice of the surgeon that did surgery on you. Sometimes it is tempting to follow somebody else's protocol because you just see that he or she is improving, but I would not recommend to do that. It is very important to follow the own protocols. And of course, there's always a possibility that complications have been made, that there was a nerve that has been, damaged or so. But this is part of the risk. And I don't want to scare you, but it is important to know that if you do surgery, there is always a risk that something may go wrong, that there may be complications. And I have that too, I have the nerve damage. This part of my arm feels numb. And the surgeon told me that it is possible that this will be for the rest of my life. But, I take it. I'm super happy that my arm, that I can move it again. For me, that is the most important thing. And even if there is some damage, even if there is some strength loss, I'm taking it. So just be aware of the fact that choosing for this surgery is also opening yourself for a possible risk. But the risk is very, very low for this surgery. My surgeon told me that the success rate is about 96%, which is a lot. But still, there is 4% that it may not work. And that doesn't mean that there will be nerve damage or so. It can be that you do the surgery and that it pop out afterwards. And so that is also part of the risk. So just be aware of that. I don't want to scare you, but I also don't want to downsize the potential risk that you have. Now, a 96% success rate is very high. And still, if you ask me the question, and some people are asking me that, like, would you do it again, knowing that you can have the nerve damage or, knowing about your situation right now? And my answer would be yes, I would do it again because I already feel that my shoulder is stronger, it is stable. I don't have like that pop out feeling anymore. And some people are asking me like, because they say like, I have the feeling after 1 or 2 weeks post surgery that it's going to pop out. I have to say that for, I think the first 3 or 4 weeks, I also had that feeling. I was doing that passive range of motion and I could feel that some things were like grinding to each other. It hurt it. And I had like this little tuck, this little, I don't know how to say it, but I just could feel that it was like a little moving. And then you can start to think about maybe it is not safe, maybe it can pop out again. But I can say right now that I'm very confident about the fact that it's not going to pop out. I think I would even try to do like pull-ups and muscle-ups, but I just don't have the strength. And like also, this is a harder, but just like japping or doing these movements, I feel secure about it. So this is also something that I wanted to share. So once again, in the beginning, I was afraid that it was going to pop out again, but right now I am very secure. And as I said, I'm 3 months post Latarjet surgery. I have a long way to go, but already I feel pretty good, pretty confident. So I do feel a little pain, I have to be honest. In the gym also, when I'm training myself to have more range of motion or doing this exercise, with weight, sometimes I feel that I'm overdoing a little, but I am okay with that because I feel if you really want to get better in that range of motion, at least speaking for myself, I don't mind overdoing a little. I don't mind a little pain. And that is also what my physio is telling me, like, you should not be afraid if you feel pain. Just know your boundaries, just know where to stop. So this is something that I do myself, like with this movement in the gym. I just feel that this is stretching, that it is a little painful, and then maybe the day after I feel pain, but then like 2 days after the pain is gone and I just feel and see that my range of motion has improved. So for myself, I have that mindset that pain is okay, but just know when to stop, when to quit. And so yeah, about the mindset, would I do it again, the surgery? Yes, because I think we all just have chosen that we want a better future, and this can be in sports, this can be in your job, but for me, more specific, I'm looking forward to the day that I will have children and I want to be able to just play with them, to get them on my shoulders, whatever, without having to think and to doubt about my shoulder popping out or hurting. So yes, I would do it again, and I'm just reminding myself that it may be that I will be out of the game for about a year or something, but I'm looking forward to just be more comfortable and feeling more safe about my shoulder, because people, they have hundreds of these locations, and I just don't think that life is nice if you always have to think about the shoulder. So yes, it can be that your range of motion is going to be a little less, that I will have less strength, but at least I will be able to live my life without having to doubt everything that I do. And so I'm super happy for all the little improvements that I'm making. The neurologist told me that right now I have about 6 months to 1 year and a half to make the most progression. So progression will be for me the strength, also range of motion, but I feel that I'm getting close to my full range of motion. I think that I'm about 85 to 90% right now. Of course, the exo rotation is still tough, but this will take time, but that is perfectly fine for me as well. And yeah, once again, I'm saying this a lot, but just celebrate those little wins because they are important. Every step that you are making is a step forward. It is not a step backward, it is a step forward. Also take care of your friend, of your scar. This is a battle scar. This is part of your life, it is part of your body, it is part of your story. And just remember that we have to take care of ourselves. I have receiving some messages from people who are using some cream to take care of that scar. I'm not doing that. My girlfriend told me to do it, so I'm going to try to implement this in my life as well. You can use some creams to take care of the scar, and normally it can be that it will become fully white, meaning that you will not able to see a lot. Mine is super red right now, but yeah, I have no idea if you are using some cream or maybe some other things. If you do, let me know in the comment section. We can all learn from everybody's experience, so leave it in the comments. Then I also want to speak about my sports goals. So I have some goals because I'm always trying to strive towards something, because that makes me feel alive, that makes me feel like I'm working towards something, that gives me like that fulfillment. And so the first goal that I have, of course, is the rehab and recovering and doing my physio exercises in the gym. Once again, I will make more content about my physio, but I'm just getting lots of exercises and it is not always easy to make videos. So I will make a video of that as well. I will add some footage in this video too. But number one is going to be the recovery with my physio and recovery from this surgery. Then number two is going to be the cardio, so running, rowing, and bike. As I said, I did this test, VO2 and lactate test, to just get more statistics about my current situation, and I will give you more details about that as well. But in about 4 to 6 months, I will redo this test. So the coming period, I will train on becoming a better runner. And I started this idea of becoming a better runner initially because I had this nerve damage and I just was already thinking on how I could adapt. I wasn't able to really use my arm, so then I started running. That was doable, and that is the reason why now I'm going to increase my running. So that is number one: running, rowing, and bike. Number two is going to be stretching. So I want to become very, very flexible. You know, a flexible body is a flexible mind. That is the mindset. So right now I'm stretching already with my girlfriend, but I want to take this to a next level because I'm also going to use this in certain skills that I want to accomplish. So cardio, stretching, and then number three is going to be calisthenics. I have no idea if you know what calisthenics is, but I'm going to focus on body weight exercises, you know, within the range of my ability, because of course on some movements I have not a lot of strength. But right now I'm going to focus on body weight exercises. I'm not really going to hit the gym and lift lots of weights. I'm not going to do bicep curls only for the recovery of my shoulder, but not like as a daily routine or a weekly routine, only for the rehab. I'm going to focus on pistol squats, for example, push-ups. And right now I'm also working on the L-sit. I'm going to show you some footage. The L-sit is something that I did in the past. I was able to do this for about 30 seconds. Right now I can do it, but maybe max for 10 seconds. And you can see that my shoulder is very aching, very shaky. And you know, I have no idea if this is connected to the surgery, but I just feel that I'm going to improve that skill, and I'm working towards the V-sit. So right now it's the L-sit, I'm working towards the V-sit. And that is also why the stretching part is important, because right now I don't have the flexibility to turn from the L-sit to the V-sit. So that are some ideas that I'm working on. Of course, it is more than that, and I will share more about this in upcoming videos. But yeah, I'm having some goals and I'm pretty excited about it. I hope that you have some for you too. So if you have any ideas what you're planning to do, if you want to share some stuff, please do it in the comment section. I'm always happy to see your comments. I'm always happy to react and to just read, to connect. So once again, I want to encourage you to share whatever you want in the comment section, or you know, on Instagram or through email. Always welcome. And then last but not least, I want to speak about the financial part. And you know, you don't have to give me any details if you want or don't want to. But here in Belgium, if you have done the surgery and you are at home from your job, you get some financial support from the government, right? And most of the times, you know, it decreases. So you start with about a 65% from your wage. So if your income is about 1,000 euros, you will receive 65% of your income. So in this case, if I have an income of 1,000 euros, I receive 650 euros on a monthly basis. But this will drop, this will decrease. So right now, there is a possibility that I will end up with 40% of my income, meaning if I earn 1,000 euros, I will receive now 400 euros on a monthly basis, which is not a lot. And of course, it is more, but it is still not a lot for me. And I am just wondering how this is going for you in your country. Is this also a percentage that you get from your monthly income, or is there something else happening? Feel free to share this in the comments, because I'm super interested in how this is going for you. That being said, I also look forward to be able to go back to work, because of course I want to do stuff, you know, I want to do something of value, and I also want to make some money, because you know, I'm able to survive. And of course, I live together with my partner, so that is also a big positive thing. But still, I'm not able to save money because I don't earn lots of money right now. And that is the reason why I'm looking forward to go back to work. So I'm also curious how this is for you. I'm still having that 6-month range in mind, meaning that I'm home right now for about 3 months and 18 days. And so I think, and I hope that in about 2 months I will be able to go back to work. Maybe earlier, I have no idea, but yeah, I'm curious how it is for you. Let me know in the comment section. I'm going to end the video right now because I've been speaking for a while right now. I wish you all the best. I pray for your healing in the name of Jesus. I pray that you may find peace in mind. Try to live life with some habits that are good for you. Go out for a walk, connect with some people, connect with your friends, with your family. You're not alone. Feel free to reach out to me as well. I wish you all the best. God bless, take care, and stay tuned. Ciao.